Yeah. Welcome to another edition of the Views from the Friend Zone podcast. It's your boy Real Talk Maul, who I got in the building with me.
Open Shirt Poppy, what's up, y'all? Missed y'all.
It's your boy Cliff Brockman.
And our special guest,
I'm tall glass of champagne.
Tall Glass of Champagne.
Okay.
I hear that.
Cheers.
How tall are you, Tall Glass of Champagne? Because that's
6
intriguing.
feet, 0.4 inches.
So six,
0.4.
almost 6'1"?
Almost 6'1".
You seem taller than that, but that's
No,
a good
I just
height.
went to the doctor. So I'm speaking facts.
Okay. So yeah, man, welcome back. It's been a long minute since we've been in the building. You know what I'm saying? A lot has going on. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm glad to be in the building with beautiful people. It's a nice fall day. We're doing it a little different. This time we're doing it on a Saturday. But, you know, I'm just happy to be in the building, man. So let us know.
Happy Veterans Day.
Yes.
To all the veterans out there,
Okay.
including myself. Today's Veterans Day. We salute y'all. We appreciate the sacrifice. All right?
For sure. It hit different. We're not going to get political, but with what's going on in the Middle East, it makes you feel more appreciative of our soldiers defending us, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, you know, I'm just happy to be afforded the rights of freedom, being protected, you know, unlike the people being oppressed in Palestine, is you appreciate it more that you could move around different. You could go to the hospital and not worry about being, you know, bombed or crazy stuff like that, you know what I mean? And it's just crazy right now.
It was crazy last night. Over right by where I live, I don't know why, somebody was letting off fireworks, right? Mm-hmm. And the first thing that triggered me, I was on the clock. I was working, but I was moving around, whatever. And I was like, yo, where's that coming from? Because it literally sounded like a bomb. They were shooting it off, like, right next to my building for no reason. Like,
really?
doing fireworks.
That's crazy.
But that's not, you don't think like no protest or nothing like that, just people.
Nah, first I thought it was people shooting. I was like,
Yeah.
it was probably somebody shooting. And then I saw it.
Oh, then you saw the
go up in
lights.
the air.
Yeah, man. So, what's good? I feel like, you know, it's just a lot of things going on that's like pinning us against each other, especially, you know, in the dating world. And like, you know, I feel like it's funny. It's been a long time since we've done the show, but like Jada Pickett's still a villain out here. It seems like I've never seen someone go out of their way to make their significant other look so clownish. And I know they're supposed to be separated, but every time we get new updates, it's just like worse and worse. And then, you know, Lori Harvey is just like out here, you know, she's giving dudes 6 to 9 month leases.
She
and
broke
She's
up
having
with
her
dude?
way.
Yeah,
Period.
yeah. And
Period.
She broke up with
She
dude?
broke up with dude. You know? And you know what? You young. I always tell people, you young, live your life, get those experiences under your belt. You know what I'm saying? Because once you do the marriage thing, you want to do it for life and not necessarily on a trial run. So Lori Harvey's getting her experience. You know what I'm saying?
The good thing about it is whoever she date, like, you don't have to worry about asking that question about, you know, what's your body count?
Yeah.
Because you just don't want that answer.
But
You already know what it is.
But you know the expectation when you date a girl like her, what you call it, boom. Listen, you can know from a conversation where it's gonna lead to. If you want to have a good time and have fun, that's what she's young. That's what she's looking for. Then you deal with it. If you looking for something serious and trying to build with her a future, she's not on it like that.
She got these dudes head over heels for her. They thinking they be ready to marry her, and it
be like,
ain't.
nah,
She
I'm just
not
having a
about
good
that.
time. What do you think?
I don't think she
I
giving
feel
it
like
to him
she's not
straight.
settling, and that's what you're supposed to do.
Settling.
She's not
Settling.
settling.
She's getting
She,
You know who she's
homo.
dating?
She's getting like,
Quality.
you know, high value men.
she gonna build a man.
What is she-
If she don't like something about this one, she gonna go to the next one.
Yeah.
She gonna end up with a bum dude. I'm telling you.
No.
I'm telling you.
She was
didn't
trained
have-
by the best.
Listen, no
She got
homo,
her father,
no
she got her
homo.
mother.
Yeah.
She
So
had a
trained
lot
by
of
the
good
best.
dudes.
Yeah.
A lot of good dudes.
They good to
See?
you. You don't know what they doing behind closed doors.
So
Yeah,
Michael
okay.
B. Jordan,
Okay.
I want to. His name is not Snowfall, but I call him Snow.
Franklin.
Like
Franklin.
her future not
Those are
lasted.
nice, too.
That was kind of expected. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, Future knows what to do with a woman like that. He knows what to do with a woman like that.
Yeah, but
You know what I'm
it
saying?
just brings me to the further point. Like I feel like there's a war on dating. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, even though we're not that old, I just feel like the dating game has changed so much. There's so much, criteria that people putting out there. There's always been standards, but now I think people's expectations are wild. What do you think?
I think it's piss in the dating pool.
It's piss in the dating pool. I've heard that before.
Explain.
Piss in the dating pool.
May I ask, are you single?
Yeah.
So how are you finding the dating game?
I'm just focused on myself. I don't go out and seek men, they seek me.
I hear that.
So,
They want that tall glass of
yeah.
Champagne.
yes.
Champagne.
But I just feel that men sometimes, because you feel like you can choose who you want to be with, we have to settle kind of with who we want to be with because it's more of us and less of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So,
The numbers game.
Yeah. So I feel like when men approach you, it's like you owe them something. You got to show your worth. They're not trying to show their worth to you.
I feel like it's the Hunger Games though, like, the survival of the fit kind of thing. And I feel like we put too much pressure on, well, you got to bring this, you got to bring that. And I don't feel like nobody wants to build anymore.
But nobody wants to build nobody up either. That's old.
I hear that. I hear it. Go ahead.
No. I'm saying it's just totally different now. Like everybody's dealing with relationship is like, what can I get out of it? It's not old school. The days of our old school, our parents had traditional stuff. It's not there no more. And I think social media has ruined it because everybody got a voice now. Everybody is not gonna be rich. Everybody got to play a part in a relationship, and that's why it's ruined because we got social media saying. Well, you got women telling men, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, I know I'm Caribbean and I'm Haitian, whatever, we old school, but my mom used to bring the kids food from a tray, whatever too. Even when I was dating my wife, whatever too, I told her she didn't bring the food to me on a tray, whatever. So I said, I'm not going to eat it. What you call? That's real talk.
This is what I'm used to.
You wasn't hungry.
That's what he used to.
You wasn't hungry because if you was hungry, you would have ate it.
Nah. It wasn't about that. But if you come and tell me to come over and you're gonna cook for me, and then you tell me the food is ready,
like go get your own plate.
Would go get your own plate? And this is the first time me coming to your house. I'm like, hold on, mama. Listen,
I'm used to being served.
Yeah, I was like, you're not gonna bring the food to me. She was like. I was ready to leave because you listen. I gotta set the standard of what you call it. Boom. If you invite me to your house, serving shouldn't be a big deal. That's not saying that whatever too because you gonna be looking to go out to dinner. You're gonna be looking to do all the fine things further on. So I gotta see where it start now. If you start telling me, oh, the dinner's ready, you already telling me like what's going on.
So I meet the tall glass of champagne. I'm like, I'm feeling you. What is ideal for you? Because before we get on the first topic, how can a man who he see you, he feel what's going on? What is your ideal setup situation for him to court you?
Okay, well, for me, I make my own money, so it's really not about finances. I do appreciate somebody who can pay their own bills and hold their own weight. Mm-hmm. I'm not more of a take me out to eat person because I could feed myself. I don't look like I skip meals.
Yeah.
So I'm more of a activity person. We can go axe throwing. I'm all for vacation, even if it's to Miami, somewhere like that when we're getting to know each other. Mm-hmm. Of course, as we get to know each other and we lock it down,
that's
we're gonna
not
do
a
different
first
things.
date.
Yeah.
Not a first date. I'm talking about
Miami.
courting me, period. Because we could be talking for months. We're gonna want to do things. So what about a weekend getaway, a cruise where it's like 4 and some change? That's not bad.
And that brings up the first topic that we want to talk about, and it's called the war on dating, right? Because we've seen popular videos of the last couple of months where it's just like this one woman who I'm gonna be honest with you, she was a pretty girl. Mm-hmm. She wasn't supermodel-esque, but a very pretty girl, very brown skin girl, and she was just like. Guy picks her up and he has first of all, she made him wait an hour and change in the car for her to come down. And then the way that she looks,
that part of it.
The way that she looked, she admitted that. The way that she looked, she was wearing a decent outfit, nothing crazy. And then he pulls her up to the Cheesecake Factory and then she was just like, you can't take someone who looks like this to the Cheesecake Factory.
On the first date.
But she pretty much looked like someone who could eat at the Cheesecake Factory. Not shading her, but it's just like what are we
There's no
doing?
criteria for who eats at the Cheesecake
No, but
Factory.
but what I'm trying to say is like anybody could eat at the Cheesecake Factory. Even it's funny because years back Drake was like that's one of his favorite restaurants.
And see, that's the difference. If Drake took her to the Cheesecake Factory as opposed to Joe Smo, she would have had a different appreciation for it.
No, she would have wanted
Yes,
more. She would have wanted a Birkin.
But she would have got
wanted
out the
everything
car.
because he's
She
rich.
would have got out the car and played her role,
Yes.
and then maybe voiced that later because of who was taking her there. Because that's what I would do if I was like mad rich and you know I got crazy money. I'm gonna take you to the little rinky-dink spot just to see because you expect the big elaborate
Let me tell
joint.
what he messed up in the first place at, right?
So who? The guy who took her?
The guy messed up.
Okay.
Because there's no way I'm waiting an hour and 30 minutes for you to come down.
No,
Listen,
that would've been a
after
dog.
30 minutes, I'm gonna say, Mama, we gotta go out next week. I'm not. Hold on. My time
Know your worth, King.
My time is
Just like how they
valuable.
always tell
My
women to
time
know their
is-
worth.
listen,
Know your
my
worth,
time
King.
is valuable. Only reason why I'm gonna give you 30 because if I'm given the time it took me from my crib or whatever to get to you, there's always a window for 20 to 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, I'm out. I don't care what you look like.
How long will you make a man wait for you to get ready?
I don't
Now,
play
it's different
games.
if we was together in the house chilling. But I pull up, yo, I'm downstairs. What is a good time before you peel off?
I mean, I don't play games, but things do happen. So I think that we should give each other grace.
An
She
hour
was
and a
playing
half,
the game.
Grace?
She was definitely
She was
playing the
probably
game.
playing.
But
the game.
listen. The reason why I say 30 minutes is this, right? Even if you say you running late or this and stuff, you could say that earlier during the day. Hour and a half is you already setting the precedent that you think I'm a clown. And that we're not going
But let me
there.
ask you a question.
No, we're not going
What if
there.
she was late because she went and got a wax? She went and got her eyebrows done.
No,
She went and got a full
he was
set.
downstairs
He
of
went
her
and got
place.
all of this, but now she needed to shower and do things, and that set her back 30 minutes or
You
an
could have
hour.
called me ahead of time
Communication.
and said,
Yes.
listen, I'm running behind, so instead of coming to pick me up at 8, come about 8:45 or 9ish.
But
You know
how
what
many
I'm
times you call your peoples and you go somewhere and they say they leaving the house and they in the house?
Yeah, that's your people you have a rapport
Yeah.
with. I don't know you like that. We're trying to
Down
get
the
to know
block
each
for
other.
black people is not down the block. That's
Listen,
still at
listen.
home.
And that's the problem. Like, you got to put your best foot forward, especially in the beginning. Like,
Yes,
like the crazy expectations that we have nowadays from each other is like not realistic. Like, so that's why we're gonna further explore. Before I even start, like I said, the first topic we're talking about is the war on dating.
Know your worth, King.
This was
fact.
I'm gonna repeat. This was
Keep
what
your
was
foot on
considered.
your neck, Queens.
Listen.
Keep your foot on their
This
neck.
this was what was considered on the no-fly zone. So let me just rip off the names real quick. We'll
Okay.
opine on that, then we'll jump in.
Right.
Number one was the Cheesecake Factory, which was the famous thing that went viral. The second one was Applebee's.
Okay.
Third one was Chili's. Fourth one was Chipotle. Chipotle, I get it. Chipotle is not really a sit-down spot, so
It's a lunch.
so
date.
I can respect that.
Food is still quality.
Fifth one was Olive Garden.
Not
And,
equal life. Stop.
Fifth one was Olive Garden. And let me keep it a buck. Cheesecake, Olive Garden, and stuff like that. Like, yo, to me, that was typical date spots, especially when you don't know someone, but we'll keep it moving. The movies, I understand the movies because you can't really talk during the movies, right? So we could talk before the movie.
Or
We can't
after.
during the movie, so I understand that. Your house, I respect that, right? Because if we don't have that rapport and I'm expecting you to come straight to the crib, I'm sort of saying like, yo, I'm just trying to knock you off kind
You
of
know
thing.
that's what it is.
What if
So-
no? But what if he got a private chef coming to cook you some dinner?
Yeah, but
You could
that
do
has
it
to
in
be
a hotel.
communicated.
What happened?
The whole
You could go to Ravel. Ravel is cute. You could go somewhere else.
Okay, so
Why I gotta be in your house? You know what you're doing.
so let me finish go. Any fast food chain which I respect, Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop, I get it. Wingstop is just a pick up and go. Red Lobster, like that hurt me. Like Red Lobster back in the day,
Still a hit.
back
Still
in
a
the
hit.
day,
Still a hit.
them cheese biscuits.
They
Yo,
still
I
a
used to
hit.
pull up just to pick up the cheese
Yeah.
biscuits and bounce some.
They used to want you to take them to Red Lobster.
You know what I'm saying? So
Now imagine you go to Red Lobster, you get endless shrimp, and he got the endless shrimp.
come on, a buffet, IHOP is a cute early morning, Sunday morning kind of date spot to me, especially in the beginning. But they dissed
That's for
IHOP,
children.
Denny's, the gym. The gym to me that's creative because it kind of gives you a chance to show what you into physically. But it's not everybody wants to do the gym. Church Church is like it's different.
It's not a date.
It's not a date, but it could
It's not
be.
a date.
It's a lifestyle, like you like
Starbucks, and Starbucks to me is just like, I think Starbucks is just like, you know what? We're not sure of each other. Let's have a quick coffee date and then we figure it out for more.
Networking.
Some people don't even want to do all that, but ironically, my first meetup with my wife was at Starbucks, but we'll talk about that further. Coffee dates and Starbucks is the same thing. Ice cream dates, same scenario. Movie night, Netflix, Hulu, etc. I get that, Netflix and chill, but let's keep it a buck. Like in our culture, the microwave culture, Netflix and chill has been a primary hangout for people, but that's something with rapport. So I'm not gonna say for the first date. That's assuming a lot. Somewhere that requires a long drive is not a first date, which is to me, I don't understand it. Like if you go on a nice long drive, countryside views to wherever you go to, that's a rapport building thing. But that was
It's
a
a little scary because you got some weirdos out here.
I get that.
He might take you to the cabin and you
Right.
gonna come back from the cabin.
make you dig
Bowling.
Oh.
They said
got some
bowling.
weirdos over here.
Bowling can be a first date, and to me, that's bowling.
I like
fun.
bowling.
It's
I
a
like
physical
bowling,
activity.
yeah.
You get
Bowling is
to
good.
poke fun. Okay, nightclubs. I get nightclubs, hookah bars. You know, I don't know. A bar for just drinks, Waffle House, and a sporting event. And to me, it's a sporting event. If I find out that you into sports and you know what you're talking about, that's like a way to my heart for me.
If I
So
say
yeah.
our first
Something.
date is to the Super Bowl.
so it has to be courtside.
It don't have to be, but
no.
usually
You
people
said,
do that.
hold on,
I
hold
was
on.
saying, if you're a diehard Knicks fan, right?
Yeah.
And we've been vibing, why not invest?
Yeah, but courtside at the Knicks is 5 to 10 G's.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
but
not
some people have
courtside.
season passes selling too.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
So
If I say our first date to the Super Bowl, that's a sporting event. Is that insulting?
it's not
You're gonna be like,
something.
ooh.
But what
If you
we
look into it,
fail
no.
to understand is, and we'll talk further about it, is just like the key to a first date is I am trying to get to know you. Yes, you could want to be impressed during the first date. Yes, you can go out of your way, kind of stuff like that. We'll talk about it further, but it's just like my key objective on the first date, especially when it's just like there's a lot of factors that would go into it, and we'll discuss that further. It's just like, you know, how long have we been talking before we go on this first date? If I swiped right, I don't know, I'm not on these apps. It's swipe right to approve someone on Tinder or whatever these things are. If I swipe right and say we're gonna link up, but we haven't been talking like that, you expect me to fly you to Miami for our first date?
Clearly, this woman hasn't seen Half Baked. Did you see Half Baked?
Oh, he had
$10.
That first date,
He had
my
that?
man, he didn't have no
You gotta watch
$10.
it.
My man had like $6.40
He had $4.32, and then he robbed the
The
bum
homeless
at
guy
to
who was
get the
acting
ice cream.
fool.
He was
They
just
went
trying
for
to
a walk.
Watch Half Baked.
He
It's a
got
funny
her
thing.
hot
It's with Dave Chappelle.
dog. After the hot dog, they walked some more.
Yeah.
Then they went to the ice cream spot where he robbed the dude so he could pay for the ice
he
cream.
robbed the homeless too.
And
It's a
they
first-
had a
Dave
nice little
Chappelle first
date.
movie.
And I think she gave it up after the date.
Yeah.
So you've heard the no fly zones. So tall glass of champagne. Tell me, what would be your ideal first date?
I don't mind when I'm getting to know somebody doing a hookah lounge. I would go to Chili's because the wings slap. Get a little massage,
Yeah.
you know, something. And then we can go to the hookah bar and have conversation because that's a setting where we could get to know each other. The best conversations happen.
See, and
Around some
I
hookah.
respect that. Like, post that Chili's thing. You know how we are in this day and age. Something becoming buzz, and then people copy it, and then this one woman who did a video last week was just like, I'm done playing games, so to go on a date with me, she was a cute girl, I'm not gonna lie, it requires a $500 deposit for me to know that you're serious. Then we could go on a date. So people is just like, if you selling ass, then say that then. $500 deposit just to let me know that you're serious. And then to me, the point, and I'm trying to make is like if you're really trying to get to know the people and you put these obstacles around, that kind of game playing is going to attract a certain kind of audience and a certain kind of objective. Go ahead.
Let me tell you something. bossed up people ain't gotta tell you what the fuck they gonna do. You gonna know what precedents you gonna set regardless, right? A bad chick, you could be bad whatever too. A bad chick is gonna require certain things whatever too, but she shouldn't have to tell you, oh nah, $500 deposit. That's some form of insecurities going on with you.
And not only
because
that-
if you look like you what you said you was and whatever too, and a $500 deposit, why are you even talking like that on the internet? And period. You should be.
Why you still out there
Yeah.
talking to people on the internet?
Not only that, you gotta.
That's-
Sometimes we just gotta not read into everything for what it is. Sometimes females come like when they make those comments, it's out of a hurt place. If you want to attract a certain type of man on that caliber, you're not talking like that because the first thing they're gonna do is like, okay, so you want $500, you want that Birkin, that's in their budget to do so. So they're gonna do it so they don't have the headache, and they're not gonna mess with you the way you think they're gonna mess with you.
Yeah.
Rest in
That's
peace
true,
to my
too.
man Kevin Samuel.
Oh yeah, he was
Would
a
have broke
beast.
it down for a woman trying to do some dumb shit like that.
He's a beast.
But did you see the video of the guy who got back? He did a little clap back to this video where the chick want to go on a date. She ain't even really want to go out with the dude, but she said forget it out. He been trying to hit her up, her DMs or whatever. So she let him take her out. She went and ordered like 48 oysters.
Yeah. And,
Right?
and he went to the bathroom.
And he went to the bathroom and said, I'm out of here.
No, but
and left her with the bill.
Yeah, but
that's
the
a disrespectful thing.
But the reason why it's like yes and no to like one is just like that's kind of like, and not to be sexist, that's kind of like unattractive for like someone to sit there and order 50 oysters. Like
Scarf
one,
them down.
are you really gonna bust down 50 oysters in front of me on your first date if you feel anything towards me?
You're not gonna bust out.
know
I
what
hope she don't starve herself.
No, I appreciate a woman who's willing to be comfortable
a meal
and eat.
after that.
But she had a meal after that. No, now get it twisted. Like
She's trying to send home good stuff for the kids.
No, but context.
Don't do that on my time.
No,
on my
but,
time.
But context though.
You trying to
the
stay home
48
for the
oysters.
kids.
The
Yeah,
48
she is trying to-
oysters. It
Come
was like
on.
a.
Trying to feed the whole
It was
house.
like a special night. So it was like $1 and change each oyster. It was only $60.
I don't care. I don't care
It was
if it
only
was
$60
wing
for
night
it.
on
she still
Wednesday.
needs sides
Don't be
and a
sending
drink.
stuff for the
No, but
kids.
she's sending a message too. Let's like, you letting too much of your guard down. Now I understand you want to be 100% yourself.
Yeah.
But when we first meeting and getting to know each other, the image of you just sitting there slurping down, I'm gonna say something slick like, oh, oysters is an aphrodisiac.
Yeah.
So
And-
I'm assuming
Here
you
we
get
go.
it.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
But that leads to
See?
listen, but that leads to the point where it's just like if you go on first dates with not the purest intentions, both ways is gonna work. Like for instance, a guy I take you out to eat and stuff like that, and I'm just like you look at the menu, and I hate to be this way, but I'm just gonna be. We're talking real talk, honesty. You look at the menu and you just like, oh, I'm gonna have the seasonal surf and turf and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, I don't drink bottom shelf. It got to be top shelf. I appreciate a woman that knows the finest things and stuff like that. But ladies, let's keep it above. When you come out with all that craziness, the average dude is gonna be like, yo, she's really trying to hit me up. Like that,
But hold
it's
on.
going to be expectations, and I don't want to be out here like, oh, you make me spend $300, $400 on a date. Now you got to give me ass. But men are gonna be thinking to myself like, yo, like, what is the fair exchange? You're not trying to get to know me when you run up the
Fair
bed. Fair
but-
exchange
real
of
question.
time
Fair
and appreciation.
exchange.
If you don't see a man as somebody you either can
No.
progress with or somebody you would give it up to, are you gonna hit him up and make him pay like an extreme amount on the first date?
Maybe you just
If
want
you
a
know-
company.
You can
You
be
want
like,
to go out.
No. You guys are friends for that. We don't need a company.
You can't tell people what
First
they
of
wanna-
all, if you're not planning on calling him back, and you know this early on, I'm still of the old school impression. A woman knows within the first 5 minutes of meeting the dude whether or not she would give him some. Off the bat.
So it's not
right?
her right to decide later, like, I might sit on this
No,
and I might
no,
think if I want to pursue this and take your time with people.
Well, why
So
you
at the end of the
thinking,
day, why
don't be
can't a
ordering
woman...
all the best stuff on the menu?
But
while
why
you
can't a
think
woman, if she can maintain that, and that's what she could do for herself, why can't she do it? Don't be mad at y'all because y'all not setting communication with your partner by telling them, listen, I want to get to know you, but, rent is due, or I got to pay child support, or I got to do something else. So I really only got 150.
I hear you, but
You're mad.
But you know, this is
Hold on,
my
hold on.
argument.
You heard what
This is
you
my
said though. You heard what you said though, right?
You're not saying-
what you could do for yourself. A lot of these women right now, they asking to go to Roof Chris and Steak 48, and they're not taking themselves there. They're not going there. Don't ask me to go to Steak 48 and you in that rainbow dress. It's still starting to curve.
Wait, hold on.
It's still showing the curve. You look good.
Because I can put that shit on, and I can also wear rainbow. But I also make over.
What I'm saying is,
six figures. So it ain't about what you wear.
Half these chicks on the Birkin, they don't even know how to spell it.
Hold on. You asking to go to Steak 48 and Roof Chris on the first date, your dress is only $40. So stay in the budget, mama. I'm not saying no.
So she should put on her Chanel bag, her bust down, her Rolex,
and then
all that just to ask for some oysters?
No. I didn't say oysters. What I'm saying is, when I asked you, I'm like, hold on, did you go to Steak 48 before? You like, oh no, I never been there. I want to try it. So why you didn't try it with the last nigga?
Okay, but maybe
Don't wait till I try it. Yeah, I'm not the trying nigga.
Just as much sometimes if you get stuff off season.
I'm not the
You can get 2 little clusters of crab legs, a side of rice and garlic bread, and it could be $100 and something.
So, but my thing about it is it's like I get it. You know, there's both sides to it. But honestly, I feel like this: if you know, there's got to be certain vibes. I feel like there's certain games that's played. Like just like how you feel, a guy's like, you know, I want to take you out, I want to get to know you, stuff like that. And a guy feel like you running up the tab on purpose, kind of thing, or you ordering things like, you know, not to be funny, but you could kind of vibe like, you know, this is not this person's
So why
regular
not
lifestyle.
spend it and just choose not to deal with the person after?
No, because how many times do I gotta get hit in the
Hey,
head?
this could be her little hustle.
Hey, but you see,
This could be
but
her
you
little
can see
hustle.
how it goes
I
both
go-
ways, though, right?
I go
Because
out
then
on
she could
dates
feel
to
like,
eat.
oh, why am I going out with people who expect something? of
Hold
me?
on.
Why am I going out? Because sometimes what you let somebody do one time is what they will continue
You
to
know,
do.
you know what you just said when you said that. Why not spend it and do what you go? You basically said to your homegirl, yeah, girl, I ain't feeling this nigga. I'm just gonna go out to eat.
You know how many times I cut my losses
You
with
know
dudes?
how many times girls do that to men?
Yeah,
They
of
literally
course.
use
Take
them
your
for
career out of it.
yeah.
Of
That's
course.
they
My
hold
early
on.
20s,
They let hold on. They
Men
let
do
hold
too.
on.
Come
Listen.
on now.
They
Of
literally
what?
go.
It's
women
just a
out?
women's sport.
It's not a woman's sport, but listen,
Y'all play by
a dude.
different
Listen, hold on. A
rules.
dude is not just gonna go out.
It's just y'all get hurt. Y'all can't take it.
No.
Y'all can't hold it down like we can. We can
Listen.
cut our losses, but y'all can't.
No, but
It always got to be stipulations. Y'all like standards.
no, but
as
I
long as
think
y'all not
I think
on
it's
the
the
other end.
city girls up, you know, mentality that's made dating become this bait and switch kind of thing. Like for someone to say like, yo, this is our first day, we're getting to know each other. Like you could eat well and have a good time at Applebee's or Cheesecake Factory. There's a lot of spots, especially we live in New York City, where it's like, yo, there's this hole in the wall Thai spot. You
Yeah.
could bring your own bottle to
Yeah,
the
that's
spot.
how- yeah,
Ambiance
that's-
is
yeah.
crazy, and we only gonna spend $80.
Okay, so all right. Whoever invites the first person who invites who out pays usually, right?
That's
how it
B-
goes, right?
that's
if I
BS.
tell you I want to go to the movies, technically I should be willing to do it, right? Because
Keep
I
it
invited
above.
you
How
out.
many,
You
how,
didn't
how
invite
many
me
women
first,
do you
right?
know abide by that?
That's why you don't
Even
open up your
when they
mouth.
bring it up.
You
I've
wait
been
for him.
invited
You
out.
wait for him to invite you.
I've been invited
Okay?
out by women, and I fit the bill.
Yeah.
It's just
Nothing dries up a woman
You know
more
what I'm saying?
on the first date for you saying, "Oh, you want to go Dutch?"
or you got.
Listen. The
Yeah.
whole
At the end
We
of
not
the day,
doing any
you
drama.
could get like no matter what it is, right? Or on
Yeah.
any level, you can always get good quality stuff for the low. It's just how you bargain and what you
Of
look
course,
for.
But it's the
course.
You
vibe.
can find a date that is fire for the low, and then you could just go to the regular Roof Chris, the Instagram spots.
What happened to? I'm glad it's creative. He thought it out.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
That,
You
that's
go to
what-
Dumbo
that's what a
Park, you know,
woman would
bring a
appreciate
hookah or
before.
something,
But
or
let me
some
get back
food
to
from-
something.
But hold on,
Mark
hold
said.
on,
Let me
you
get
could-
back to something Mark
Go
said
ahead,
for
go
a minute.
ahead.
Hold
Go
on,
ahead, you good.
Because he said something very important with the whole, like you said, city girl mentality and the city girls up and
Yeah.
they've pitted us against each other.
Exactly.
men
That's
and
why I
women,
call it the war on dating.
They pitted us
I don't
against
feel like
each
it's
other.
that. I feel like it's
honestly.
Instagram.
Listen, they pitted
But
us
that's
against
part
each
of it.
Y'all problem is not us. Y'all problem are each other. Women and social media. That combination is what's making y'all so messed up. Cause y'all seeing this stuff on social media, y'all absorbing it, and y'all like, oh, she doing this.
But
she
at the
doing
end of
that.
the
She got
day,
this, she get that.
yes, they
now you
do.
want that, and then you see like these ratchet chicks acting crazy, and some dudes is catering to that, whatever. But that's not y'all. Some of y'all want to be wholesome, nice young ladies. But y'all like, that ain't the way. These guys want this.
Listen,
you know? So
this is
y'all
what
go
I
to that
feel
ratchet
with that.
side.
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like Instagram does set a precedence for people.
Yeah.
A lot of people scrolling all day.
the
They feel like
Matrix.
it's real life.
It's
It's
the
really
Matrix.
not.
It's
I
fake.
think what people get misconstrued is when they look at these, IG
Influencers.
popular people, these
Influencers.
influencers. They gotta understand that those caliber of men that they're getting, they put on for other men. Like, they not doing it because they interested in
Exactly.
the girl.
Because
Like, the girl is, like, in the strip clubs, I don't want to mention one particular one, but, at the end of the day, they doing that for other men. When they buying 100 roses and they sending Van Cleefs and they doing all of this stuff, they doing it for other men as a show. So, us working a little 9 to 5, we got to understand that that's not our lane.
yeah.
We got to take it down a notch.
So let me get into the topic. The war on dating. The first question is, I feel like dating has become a bragging contest more than trying to get to know a person, right? Because like you said, the Instagram, social media and stuff like that. Like to be honest with you, I mentioned earlier, like my first date with my wife was at Starbucks. I picked her up. We went to the Starbucks and we was just talking, getting to know each other and stuff like that. She had to catch her train, so we only got to spend like an hour and a half, like that. That was get to know each other. I had no problem. I would have took her to a restaurant and stuff like that, but that's how the time set. But what the intention was to get to know each other. I feel like, when we put these crazy expectations, like you said, oh, let's go to Roof Chris. Oh, let me order from the seasonal menu. It's not that you're putting value on, okay, well, if person does that and stuff like that. But my thing about it is, if you make it like this kind of game and contest kind of stuff like that, you make a man feel like it's a game, he's going to treat you like a game.
But y'all don't like a chase, though? Come on.
Hold on.
We'll
A
chase
chase
you,
is-
but we'll have an eater on the side too.
No, a
And
chase.
that's what
No,
you
a
don't
chase.
want.
A
And
chase.
even when you don't make
No,
a chase, they'll
a-
have an eater on the side. So you're damn if you do, you're damn if you don't.
You ever played tag when you was a kid?
Yeah, I did.
Right? So we chase. We like to chase. But when
Yeah.
I say tag you it, now what? Now you gotta
So do you
chase
feel
me.
like dating's
Now you gotta chase me. A little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like dating's a bragging?
No.
Do you feel
No, I
like
don't like
dating is
that.
an honest way to get to know each other, or is just more of a bragging
I feel like
contest?
it is a bragging right because I feel like a lot of some women have been through so much stuff, so they're not really trying to look stupid, keep going through the same thing. So they just want to prove like a woman can have a baby father. She went through everything. He was broke, he lived there, she kicked him out, now she's free. She don't want to look like, why did I leave him to go to something worse? She wants to make it look like whoever she just left, she just upped it.
Yeah. And you know what? You was gonna say something?
No.
It's a crazy thing, and it's gonna sound very controversial, but it's just like, I feel nowadays men are way less selective than women are in this dating game, and we have more choices. So y'all gotta make it make sense. Like for instance, a woman, like they did a survey, and it was just like they asked women like, how much money does a man have to make to date you? And they was asking women from all over the place. It was a lot of 250s, 650s, 450,000, 750,000. I think my man need to approach in the mill. And then they asked, okay, so how much do you make? And they was just like, well, I make 32,000. I make 40. I know you're a six-figure person. I'm not talking about you. I make 48,000. If I'm lucky this year, I'll make 60,000. I'm just like, make it make sense. Men have way more choices than women have. But then you're asking for the creme de, and don't get it twisted. There's a difference between expectations and what you want and not selling versus what the market is asking for. So my thing about it is just like, look, it is superficial, right? Men do like, oh, women be like, oh, men are superficial. They're all about looks and stuff like that. But men, we know how to separate fun from wanting to wifey. Like all those girls, you'll be mad that we liking their pictures. We're not trying to wifey them. That's entertainment. How many dudes are really out there saying like, yo, I gotta get this Instagram baddie?
No.
That's fun
It's
for
not
us.
realistic.
That's just a pill entertainment kind of thing. We're not looking for, but women actually feel like, you know what, these are the standards that men hold for dating, and that's not even the case.
Or maybe they want what those Instagram baddies are showing. You see the reels when they posting the flowers, hold the hands in the BMW, the bust down watches, the Bottega shoes.
That's not
Most
love,
of the- hold
though.
on.
They
You don't
want that.
And this,
They
want
want
that.
that
They want that.
materialistic
Hold on, they
things.
want that, right? Most of these Instagram models that's doing that, whatever, too, they won't even show the sugardaddy.com, that old man
oh,
on the
they getting
vacation.
shitted on
Hey,
that
I'm not
Dubai.
gonna lie, they
Hold
not
on,
showing
shitted
getting
on the
beat on.
pistol.
They're not
They
showing
shitting on
that.
it.
They're not showing that.
They still shitting on people in Dubai. and
Pissing
they
on
doing
all
that.
kind of crazy stuff.
Yeah,
like
but
they
somebody-
never show you how they get to that. That's why
My thing-
I never fall in love with the social
Aesthetic.
media and stuff like that. But men do like those kind of things. But to me, it's just like
It's not realistic.
another thing. And trust me, I love women. I'm not attacking women. Another thing is just like women will. We all grew up when we was young and stuff like that. Girls, you guys are always, when we, especially younger, you guys have better choices than we have and stuff like that. While we like y'all and chase y'all, remember in high school, it was we're 15, 16, it's the 19, 20-year-olds who are already driving, coming through, picking up the girls you like from high school, hanging out and stuff like that. But then it catches up to us when we're in our late 20s, because now, not to be rude, but it's just like, girls start having kids with the wrong dudes and stuff like that. Now you're in a situation where it's just like, okay, you have 2-3 kids, multiple baby fathers and stuff like that, and then you're coming into the market saying a dude has to have this, a dude has to have that. And if a dude says, well, I want the woman that I settle down with to be, have no kids and stuff like that. Oh, you guys are out of control. You guys' expectations is crazy. But it's just like, this is what the market dictates.
This is what you explain to a woman, right? Because I dealt with women in the past, and they say, I remember one line, this was when I was young too, and she was like, I ain't no ugly chick. I can get a man. I can get whoever I want. You know what? You're absolutely right. You can get a prince. You can get Prince Charles or whatever. But the reason we won't get him is because you're never going to be in that environment with him. You're never going to be around him. So you're going to be around somebody else, and that's who you can get, right? And a comedian made a joke, and he said, look around. He's like, a man's, what they said, his finances dictate the type of woman he's with, right? And he was like, yeah, if your man hit the lotto today, just know that your pink slip is in the mail, right? Because he going to get him an elevated woman. That's what the comedian said. I'm not saying that's the truth. Because I think, honestly, and you may disagree, I feel like we love women a little more than they love us. Mm-hmm. You know why? No. Let me tell you why.
That's
I feel
a
like
fact.
We love unconditionally when it
and
comes to...
And y'all love with conditions.
Y'all love with conditions.
Y'all love with
we
ego.
Can love... we can love the female bus driver or our secretary if we the CEO of a company.
At Denny's.
But the CEO woman is not messing with the male secretary, and she definitely ain't dating the bus driver. What's her name made clear with that? That other chick.
Robertson.
So you see how the difference works?
No.
We don't have a problem
Because
dating down, as you said.
not even-
And all the women who did date down, what happened? They owed them alimony.
Oh, here she
They
goes.
went broke.
Nah, they found love.
They never going to marry the next chick because
so let me ask you a question.
They're living off of them.
You think it's more women paying alimony than men paying alimony?
I don't know what to say about that, but I just know that women should not have to date down if they don't want to.
Listen,
So neither should a man. So neither should a man.
Let me say something.
Should a man?
The problem is it's not even about...
Y'all do it all the time because look at what y'all cheat with. So why you can't date down with it?
The dating down thing, all this, whatever it is. The problem is y'all missing y'all window. Y'all looking for something that's not there. Y'all window is the mailman. Is the sanitation worker. It's the everyday guy that you see all the time. But the computer makes you feel like, yo, you making 6 figures. A lot of guys are not making 6 figures. A lot of guys are the place that we work at. Mm-hmm. And you gotta understand, women, y'all furthering y'all education, y'all doing all these things that says y'all gonna be making more money than men. Mm-hmm. So y'all missing y'all window because y'all have these expectations that's not there. Instead, I'm not telling you to play build-a-bear with a guy, but if you could work together and see that's potential there, stop missing your window. And then listen, what they're saying is men, we care about peace. Mm-hmm. When you bring peace to me, I'm gonna be great.
But you gotta
hold on.
It's a real question.
When you hold on.
Man, we want peace. When I know, listen, I tell my wife all the time, when you let me rock and make it happen, I'm gonna make it happen. If I say I'm gonna do something, everything I said, I told
But that's how working more.
No.
Because you gotta make sure you're happy. What about her happiness?
No,
you gotta bring heaven.
Listen.
You can't bring hell.
Listen, I get it. But what I'm saying, I get what you're saying. What you're saying is 100% right. But y'all girls and relationships now, they're missing their blessing because the expectation is something that's not realistic. The everyday guy you see every day that you really supposed to be dealing with, y'all girls are saying, nah, I'm not dealing with him. He don't do this. He don't do this.
But life is all about
lessons.
lessons.
Hold on. Yeah, it's
so
about
she missed her
lessons.
blessing at the last blessing.
But then hold on. Now hold on.
Okay.
And then listen. Then she get to the point. Then she get to the point where a level where she's trying to figure out. Everybody asking her, damn, why you not married? What's going on with you?
But do people really want to be married, or they want to be married for status? Let's call it what it is.
But see, that's
Let's call it what it is.
Hold on, Cliff. That's what gets to my question. I have a serious question, right? What is more important to you, right? Mm-hmm. The way a man loves you, or the way he can provide for you?
Speaking to the mic, don't get shy now.
Yeah.
Speaking to the mic, don't get shy now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Say that again.
Mm-hmm.
The way a man loves you, right?
Drink of that one.
The way he loves you, right? Or the way he can provide for you.
Oh God.
That's what's more important. I'm not saying you got to have one or the other, but what's more important to you?
Okay, so I can have both.
You might if you lucky.
See, men just want to be loved.
What's more important to you? We
All right,
want to be loved. We want a loyal woman.
And our kids not an issue, so I would say the way he loves me. But
okay, so the way he loves you.
I love a little funny sometimes. It's a little funny.
So let me get back to the dating thing. I think $150 is the max you should spend on a first date. Is there a proper limit to spend on the first date?
I don't think it's a proper limit because everybody's budget is different. Like I said, there's men with more of a budget, whatever they choose to do, whether it's a street or they at the top of their company. I feel like sometimes they'll pay whatever.
I think if we made it a thing in society that the woman paid the first date, there would definitely be a budget.
I'm quite sure
That would
because
be
women,
nice.
100%,
especially a single woman, she got to take care of everything for herself. So, especially if she have children, of course it would be.
You know what? That really bothers me about that kind of thinking is because all of us like it's 2023. We always say like a woman's always saying, "I gotta do all this by myself." You're a fucking adult.
But what is marriage? A union, a partnership, taking on tasks together.
Before you're in a relationship, before you have kids and stuff like that, you're a fucking adult. I gotta do all this by myself. Yeah, cause you are adult. So I don't understand why is this thing where it's just like, it's so hard for a woman, I got to do all this by myself. Yeah, men are doing it by themselves.
So it's not easier for somebody to be in a committed, stable relationship that's moving forward and we can split this $3,000 NYC rent and we can go half on utilities. You pay the internet. So don't say be an adult because adulting is hard.
Of course.
Six figures are not.
But we don't, listen, this is the crazy thing. We don't apply that standard that adulting is hard for men. We just say, you know what?
But y'all meant to be the providers. That's what society been told y'all.
But
are you upset?
But hold on. If we're meant to be the provider, don't be mad when we actually be submissive. Let me tell you what happened. Hold on. Let me tell you.
Right?
If you meant to listen, if we meant to be the provider, if we meant to be the provider, don't be mad when we say be submissive.
Don't talk back.
Don't talk back with that. Right? Because the crazy thing about it is we hear, I'd be damned if I let a man, if I got to pay 50-50 for a man. That's the topic we're going to talk about. Okay. But at the same time, it's just like, why I got to be submissive to you? You're not my father. You're not my, like, you can't have it both ways.
All right.
Let me
I feel like in my last relationship that I had, I was kind of submissive. But, to everybody's eye, I don't look like I'm the submissive person. But I just felt like he was just doing stuff just to, telling you stuff just to tell you stuff. Just because, all right, you can't control me with finances, clearly. Mm-hmm. So I just feel like with other aspects, he was just saying stuff that didn't make sense. But on the other hand, I would never put you in a position to look like that or feel like that.
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you something. If women were smart, not to say you're dumb, but if a woman is smart, she would set a budget or a limit for the first date. Say $50, maybe $100. Because I don't want you spending more than that and still impress me. Show me how much you thought this through and want to give me a good time.
And that's
because you can do that. Because a dude with money
I could do
can just blow it.
Hold on.
Just blow it as an investment to get something back. So I agree.
I could take the 120 and have a good day. I could take you the first Saturdays to Brooklyn Museum. We're gonna pop off there. Whatever. We could go to Thai, and I could bring a $20, $30 bottle of Prosecco Moscato to the Thai restaurant. And we combo whatever too, and then we're gonna have a great day. And I spend under $150. But what happens is this. A lot of times is, first of all, you shouldn't tell me where you want to go to eat. If you feel like we going somewhere to eat, and you said, you know what, I like the justice. It's not me. That's okay. Cool. But when you telling me, that already tells me that it's some kind of red flags there. Can
I caveat what you're saying? I don't think it's wrong if a woman says, you know what, gives you suggestions. It's when you say that there's no way you can't take me to this, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. My thing about it is, like, the reason why I said the spending limit and stuff like that, like, women be like, oh, what you trying to say, I'm worth X amount of dollars. Like, yo, men are taking you onto dates to really get to know you. Because let's keep it a buck. It's the ongoing joke. It's the ongoing joke. You think that if a man's only objective is really to get pussy, that he has to spend $400, $500? If, like, that's his only objective?
Some are, because that's what they can afford to do.
No,
is throwing it out to get it back in.
The going rate of just getting pussy is not that high.
Yeah, so why do I need to go sit
It's not that high. I hate to be vulgar and say that. It's not that high.
If you want a certain type of
I'm
woman,
really taking you on a date because I really want to get to know you. I want to get to know you.
Those girls on the strip look pretty good. They look
Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. A lot of those girls on the strip that y'all turn your head down look better than y'all.
They've been ran through, but
it's a cold world, but it's the truth.
There's always somebody who look better than somebody. Would you want to settle down with somebody like that?
Let me give you another cold world. No, we're not talking about settling down. Let me give you another cold world. That $100, $150 that you scoff at, that, oh my goodness, you only spend such and stuff like that. Your man go to DR and live like a fucking king with that for the experience.
That's a fact.
Yeah, because they're trying to get something from you, but you're not going to talk about that, right?
Of course they're trying to get something.
Right?
No, but that's when you make it transactional.
That's when you make it
transactional.
But because they foreign,
no,
currency rate but that's when you make it transactional. You guys okay because it's $35 for the whole week.
But what I'm trying to say to you is,
because I want one date that's $150.
No, but men aren't making dating transactional. That's the thing that you're trying to understand, because
that's transactional with them.
The valuation of sex is not where y'all think it is. So when I take you on a date, it's because I'm really trying to get to know you. Mm-hmm. If I was really just trying to get my nut on,
women put a lot into going on dates. It costs to look bad. It do. You gotta get your hair done. You gotta deal with her BS. You gotta get your nails done. Mm-hmm. You gotta make sure them toes is white. Mm-hmm. You gotta get your little Fashion Nova fit, because he think we just all wear Fashion Nova.
But my thing about it is, it does. But, like, you only should be looking good like that when you're going on dates.
No, but you're gonna put more time for your partner so he can appreciate it.
So you don't think that we should have expectations or kind of like boundaries when we going on these first dates?
I feel like it should be discussed amongst people. If you know you cannot afford it, then you should communicate with your partner. Like, listen, I'm feeling you. I want to get to know you. I feel like we can go to, let's say, the Museum of Sex, and then afterwards we can, walk through Dumbo Park. And then,
but that's the thing.
Because of inflation, that's good.
Hold on, because of inflation, I think it's best we communicate and speak to each other quite a bit before even going on the first date.
So let's get to know each other. They didn't talk about the Cheesecake Factory clearly. They did not.
No, but women would say, you know what? I want a man who's a planner. You plan the date. I'll show up looking cute. I want you to take that stand. For him, he's like, you know what? We go to Cheesecake Factory. After we might get dessert, we'll take a walk in the park and stuff like that. Like, yo, like, is the making it a transaction, making this expression, like, like, for instance, I was joking with someone and was just like, I took my wife out to Mr. Chow's on a date, and we spent $275 just us two at Mr. Chow, and I had to get Chinese food after I went to Mr. Chow's because I was so hungry. Yeah. No, because you take those fancy places, they give you a couple pieces of grass and a half a piece of meat, and that's $125 plate. Yeah. And I say that to say this is just like, that fufu stuff. Like, yo, I think we don't give a chance for each other to build.
You don't
If I
think
fly
that
you-
they appreciate that you gave them that experience and they'll value you more?
Yeah,
No.
but if the thing about it is we're not being honest with each other. We put in an environment where I gotta impress you. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? And then when you put the pressure on men to have to impress you and do all these like, you know, face flaunting and forcing stuff like that, having to live up to that expectation now gives me an agenda, right? I spend $500 on the first date and I don't kill. Now all you are is I gotta kill because I gotta make that up.
Gotta get my investment.
I gotta get my investment. Now if I spend $100, we had a good time, $150 good time, and like, you know what? I still feel like, you know what? We kept it reasonable. You appreciated, you know, reasonable stuff, and we could build from there.
This might go over
So you
some
can't
of
build
y'all's
somebody
head.
else that you just got to spend a lot of money on. So money is an issue.
It's not. Listen, money ain't
Money
never
is
an
always
issue.
an
Let me tell you
issue.
what it
Stop it.
is.
Don't lie,
Let me tell you
Clint.
what it is. Listen, money
Money's
ain't never an
always an
issue
issue.
because guys, listen, when they would care about you, listen, when guys care about you or somebody they
Yeah.
care about you, we're not gonna
We don't
tell you.
count
Well,
the
hold on,
feelings.
we're not gonna tell you we down to our last bricks. We're gonna figure it out because that trip that we promised, we're gonna make it happen, right? We're not gonna tell you that we had to call our men or whatever to make sure because we promised you something right when they care about you. But
Yes.
when you ask for a first date for me to give you car insurance money or national grid, like something that don't make no sense, that's good. You know, if a guy spent $500 on the first date, and even if he got it like that, that's a lot of money. So listen. There's girls that literally go out to the eat whatever too. I'm not saying just girls and whatever too, and just spin off. At least get that man a decent conversation for the next. At least make him feel like I don't
have an
care.
Uber waiting to take
Listen
him
when
to
it
the
come.
dick
Listen
appointment.
when it come to food. Anybody that know me, when it come to food, I'll spend $1,000. If that joint, if I know it's gonna be lit, if you tell me that we going to go there and which call the restaurant costs this whatever, but I know the experience is gonna be like that, that's cool. But if you go in there and I know you never been there and you taking 20 pictures and you ain't having no conversation with me, now I'm fucking upset. Cause I'm like, hold on, what's going on here?
What's going on?
But that shows the unpure intentions of the
because
date.
what happens is you taking 20, 30 different pictures. You don't got me on the story. You got yourself
I'm
on
not
the
putting you
story.
on the story.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm not
Hold
even
on,
showing your
hold on.
glass.
You took a picture of the ambiance. Listen, listen. You like this?
If I can't be in the story, hold on. The date I'm sponsoring cannot be in the story.
Hold on.
Because I'm not in the story.
Because I know you in real life.
No.
You don't need to be in my
Hold on,
stories. I know
hold
you
on.
in real life. That's why.
She's doing all this. She's doing all this.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah.
30 times. My thing is this. It's not even like these girls are going on dates or people going on dates and they're having real life conversations, whatever. So there's most of the time when you see it, they doing this the whole time. I'm like, hold on, I just spent $400 that I really probably don't really have like that. But I made an effort because I liked you because when leading to it, we was vibing. I was like, you know what? I'll figure it out. That's how guys live their life.
Yeah.
Yo, we figure it out. Whatever too. Listen,
Let me
But
tell you.
I do think you got to be real with each other because when my last relationship I had, we were dating for a couple of months and my birthday rolled around and he spent $5K on me.
That's dope.
But I felt like he couldn't keep it up.
What?
Wait, hold up. What do you mean, hold up?
That's the crazy shit too.
So if that's the case, you should have appreciated that shit
I
even
did appreciate
more.
what I'm saying.
You was
Along
like, this-
the
But then
line,
it fell
was
off.
a total of 3 years. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying I didn't appreciate it. I just felt like
But what you
it
mean
was
by he couldn't keep
intimidating
it up?
to him because he couldn't keep it up. So now I guess he felt like the next holiday he had to up it. You know,
No.
the next
But you know
birthday
what?
he had to up
Hold on.
it, and
That's
he could
in
not
your
afford to
space.
do so.
That's when you was this woman. You supposed to say, hey, baby, I really, really appreciate what you did. I really loved it. I appreciate it. But please, next time, do not do this.
I have said it.
Do not-
and sometimes
do not
it's their
do
ego.
all of this.
So they want to feel
I
like
don't
they
need-
that man.
I don't
especially
need
when
all of this.
If they were
Well, if that's
from
the
the
case,
streets
then
and
he gonna
changed
have
and
to
now they
keep it
9 to
up.
5, that's their ego. They're gonna want to do it.
And that you bring up a good point. To me, it's just like, you know, when you allow these elaborate things, not allow, right? Because he did it out the goodness of the heart, but that creates something that he can't sustain. So now it's just like we creating an environment where we make men have to feel like, yo, I need to be a scammer to keep up with this kind of
Something
stuff.
that
I
you
need to do something outside
showed
of my,
him, made him think that he needed to do that.
and that's your
Or he
language
need
for me to
keep
get to
that
know
up.
you.
I don't know what it is.
And the thing about the disconnect with that is just like, you know, if I can't sustain that because you made me, and I'm not pointing to you, but you made it feel like, you know what, in this kind of world, like if he can't do this different, like, you know, Like Cardi B, broke niggas don't deserve no pussy. I know
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and don't get it twisted. If you out here fucked up,
this new generation, broke niggas is getting pussy.
They are
though. Surprisingly,
But I say that to say this. So
pussy.
let me wrap this up. I think tricking someone with some elaborate first date and it makes it all go down from there, which you kind of said, like, we can't keep those kind of standards up. So my thing about it is just like, yo, I think it's responsible for both parties to be like, yo, let's just go out and let's create vibes. Let's chill out on these crazy, you know what, fly me to this such and such place. I need you, like the woman said, deposit me $500 because my hair got to get done, nails got to get done, stuff like that. Like, don't get it twisted. It's good to have those maintenance kind of thing, but it's just like when you put in all that responsibility on something that has no foundation, you deeming it to fail. You put in a whole lot of weight with nothing with no foundation.
And that ain't the woman I'm waking up to anyway.
Not only
So
that.
I want to see that.
Wait, you're not waking up to what?
The woman, now don't get me wrong, but the woman that did all of this stuff, she put on her mask before coming outside. I'm not going to
But you don't want nothing by your arm that look good. Don't say that because a lot
no.
of men.
But why you need all that to look good?
No.
I want to see that you
it's
can look good.
whatever
I want to see you
feel
look
like
good
I
without
good.
that.
You want somebody who's going to
see
keep
what I'm
up with
saying?
themselves. You want somebody who's going to go get those facials and make sure that skin is clear. You want somebody who's going to go
But I
keep
can
up their body
appreciate your
or do
natural
something
beauty.
like
I
that.
like
Everybody
that
loves
tattoo.
somebody next to them. That's another man is going to hit on them.
Yeah. All right,
Okay.
so
Wait. This is going to go over a lot of people's head, but I have to say this before I forget it. Lisa McDowell offered to pay on the first date. And she...
Are you talking about
Came from
coming
money.
from
Yes. Lisa McDowell offered to pay on the first date, and she still kissed Hakeem after thinking he was just a gold herder. So we need more of that. We need more of that.
So let's get because we don't have a lot of time. Let's move to the next topic. Now, we kind of mentioned this earlier, but now we get to elaborate. Is 50-50 a terrible standard in relationships?
No.
Right? We're gonna get talk. Let's break it down, right? Because there's an other segment of the dating society where it's just like it's these contradictions, right? Where it's just like women feel like we're equal partners in this relationship. I have equal say in what's going on and stuff like that. But there's no way I'm splitting the bills 50-50. And I need to give background on that because it's hard to say that anything's going to be 50-50, right? Mm-hmm. Where you strong, I'm weak. Where I'm weak, you strong. There's always going to be giving stuff like that. So I don't think men is out there saying like, yo, for real, like yo, I just bought a gallon of milk. It was $4.59. You owe me $2 something. Like we're not talking about that, but the whole society is just
It's
like,
just pulling your weight, basically.
pulling your weight. So the question is, a lot of women are disgusted on hearing splitting the bills. But a recent study says that the average home in America, it takes $114,000 in salary to sustain being a homeowner in America.
Just to live.
But the average salary is $52,000. So just think about it. If the average salary is $52,000, but it takes $114,000, that means literally you need 2 salaries and some extra to maintain this average home. So why are we so turned off by the concept of splitting bills? And I always find that women who are really getting to the bag and stuff like that have no problem because money's not an issue. You got to bring this to the table if I'm bringing that kind of thing. So what do y'all think about the 50-50 thing?
I feel like everybody have to do what works for them. Mm-hmm. But me personally, I don't feel like 50-50 is bad because the cost of living went up. Mm-hmm. Like you could get a little small closet in NYC, $3K. So why not do 15-15? Why not he take care of the internet, I take care of this week's groceries?
But that's reasonable. But this bad B society that we live in is just like, oh, you got to help pay the bills, then your man's not a man. And my thing is when you say stuff like that, if either you're making me feel like, damn, I can't be a man in her eyes, so now I got to go take penitentiary chances. I got to do something that's beyond my means. You know what? My job is not enough. Unfortunately, the majority of us sitting here are 6-figure earners, but that's not average. I just told you what average is. It's half of that. So if I can't sustain to the 6-figure earning, stuff like that, what kind of pressure are you putting me into so I can be a man in your eyes?
So, like she said, all right, you gotta have that conversation, right? So It's not saying that one person could do more. If you wanna listen, if you wanna live a decent life, right? These are conversations you gotta have, right? I remember, and this is a story I'm sharing with her too. Even my wife said it too. She's like, "Oh, yeah, what if you think I stay home to Bella, to my daughter's 3-4 years old, whatever too?" I was killing myself. I'm doing all these doubles, whatever. We going on trips, we doing this, we eat out all the time. Every time we go out, it's 160, 175. This is every week. I'm not talking about, you know how people say, this is Sunday, whatever, too. I had to tell her, I said, listen, I was killing myself. I said, you go back to work Tuesday. Because she didn't understand it when I said it to her, right? Because, because
the context is this was after the maternity. It's not like you made a leave maternity early.
No. This is after maternity, whatever, too. Yeah. She took her time or whatever, too. Mm-hmm. But when she got to work one day and she realized whatever, she's like, she hit me up. She's like, "Oh, I appreciate what you said to me, whatever." So I understand it. Cause I told her, I said, we going to 5-6 trips a year. How I'm gonna do to go to 5-6 trips a year, pay this, whatever, to boom, this and that, whatever, to boom. Now I'm like, here, take $250, hold on to it to the next 2 weeks I get paid. It's not realistic. If we want to live a decent life and be able to travel and do stuff. I got my own money. She got her own money. If she wants to be a heroin addict tomorrow, she can because we both work and she has a. No, I'm just saying. I'm just putting out. What I'm saying is, realistically, if you want to live a decent life, and be okay and still be able to go out to eat with no problems, go travel, whatever, to boom, it got to be 50. The days of our parents is over.
Yeah, it's over. I want to come back with you. Agree with what you're saying. Like a lot of women be like, oh, back in the days, my father, like, yo, when your father was taking care of all the bills, rent was $850.
I got a problem with that back in the day.
Rent was $900.
Half of y'all didn't know y'all fathers, so stop.
Yeah.
But, so stop.
Yeah, that's a
1 minute y'all got daddy issues.
That's a gold star too. That's a gold star too.
But this is and your grandfather had kids on the side. He had 4, 5, 6
families. And your grandmother ate that because she was afraid of saying anything.
Yeah. Going off of what Cliff was saying, though, and that whole struggle he went through trying to provide, you know what I'm saying, for his family, his wife, or whatever. Y'all as women know, we men are not good multitaskers. So if I got to focus so heavily on getting to the bag and making sure we got enough money to take care of the house and any other extra needs we got, vacation, food, whatever, you got to understand, you're going to be missing part of me on the intimate, emotional side.
And then the dude with time is going to come through and start knocking her shit.
And then she going to let that happen.
To the walls.
Because I can't give you
and I'm doing doubles. I'm doing doubles while this shit happens.
Those are the dudes that get cheated on. The dudes that are breaking their back, just trying to bring home an extra bacon, making sure the wife ain't got to lift a little extra. Those are the dudes that get cheated on.
That's a whole nother, like...
That's the
conversation. That's not what y'all even talking about.
So let me ask Let me ask this next question. How can you make your significant other still feel protected while needing financial contributions for them to make the household work? Because I literally had women say, if I got to help pay towards the rent, that he's not really a man and I don't respect him. And I'm like, God.
And she's telling you she don't respect you, though. So you understand, you know where a person's coming from. I feel like how both people could be protected because it could be the man with more. In some situations, it could be the woman with more. I feel like just having that conversation, like, listen, rent is $2,700. You pay for it. What could you afford to do after taxes? After you contribute to, let's say, your 401k, or you put bread aside for a rainy day because the pandemic hit people crazy. So you want to have your at least a month or 2 months rent ahead of time.
Let me say this one thing. I know it's gonna sound crazy, but to be honest with you, we didn't have these problems till women started making money like that and they started saying, you know what? I can take care of that shit, so you don't really mean that much to me, kind of thing like that. Back in the days, it was appreciation, like, damn, he busting ass to do stuff. Not a woman. A lot of women make more money than men. Now it's just like, damn, you just paying the rent. That don't even mean shit.
If you even consider having a good job, right? Mm-hmm. After taxes, you might see a $2,000 check. That's if you got a good job. Mm-hmm. We're not talking about the standard. I'm talking about good job. After tax, you might see $2,000, and you like, fuck. And you gotta still pay the mortgage. You still gotta provide for the kids that you would have. You still want to do this, whatever. How the hell $2,000? And I'm not talking about what you call it. I work hard, so I'll get something. But how the hell $2,000 gonna pay the mortgage, pay this, pay that, and then you wait until the next 2 weeks to
I just feel like you said, have that conversation, write down your finances.
No, so what I'm saying is, So when you tell me, when you tell me I'm not a man, and I just told you that after taxes, my check is $2,000. That's if I got a good job, and then you tell me I'm not a man, you're not gonna respect me, whatever. So boom, that energy, the effort you're gonna get from me is not gonna be there anymore. Yeah. Because I'm gonna feel,
and that's when relationships start to dwindle.
But listen,
because now we both daydreaming about something.
No, what I'm saying is, but that's a conversation. But what happens is a lot of men ain't never gonna tell you when he had his last. No. I promise you, never gonna tell you when he had his last, because it's not even just the ego. It's because we like, you know what? We taught to figure it out.
We gotta figure that shit out.
We gotta figure it out. If every man told the truth about it, listen, you didn't deserve that bag I bought you. But I bought you any. No, real talk. You didn't.
That's harsh.
No, you didn't.
Harsh.
No. If every man told me, listen, you didn't deserve it, but I promise you that, and I want to keep up my promise. If every man would tell, if everybody in a relationship would tell the truth or whatever, boom, nobody would be together. Yeah. Men always got to figure it out.
We kind of
always got to figure it out.
We kind of touched it.
Oh, what about like, all right, yeah, after having this conversation, one person, usually the woman, she'd be like, okay, well, I'll get groceries and I'll bust it down. I'll make like, you work 5 days a week, I'll work 4 days a week. All right, I'm gonna do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We'll sacrifice, we'll eat home. We'll have maybe one date night a month. Like, it's just
that's beautiful. But like you said, that's not the world we live in no more. Because who are we competing on? That fake ass story on Instagram.
But those people are sometimes doing other things.
Yeah, there's still some women out there who can be on that level and compromise in that way and appreciate a man who is working hard to provide for all of them and willing to give what they know he probably don't have to them just to make them happy.
But with the women doing what I just said, it makes you want to give her the world. So you can't be resentful that okay, you didn't deserve that bag.
No. I'm not saying resentful. What you call it? I'm not saying in general that you didn't deserve that bag. What I'm saying is, sometimes people make the effort of money that's not there. Guys sometimes make the effort that money's not there because. I promised we was gonna go on vacation. I made sure we went on vacation, whatever. When we come back, I gotta figure out some of the other shit that wasn't paid, or whatever, to get it done. But that's not a conversation I can give to you, and you gonna respect me.
It's the compromise.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying about you didn't deserve the bag in general. I'm just saying in general.
I'm gonna wrap up this topic by saying the last question, and we kind of answered it, but just to wrap it up, women sometimes say that back in the days, their daddy paid all the bills, but these bills wasn't. These kind of bills. So where do we draw that compromise? What do you feel is the compromise?
Stop trying to be like Mr. Ernest, sis.
Yeah.
Stop. Her daddy.
Old school.
That's her daddy.
Yeah. No, and I feel that it's true because like Clifford gave that example of like you make $2,000 after tax and stuff like New York.
That's a good job.
But you talking.
You can't be like your daddy because you know what everybody daddy was really doing. So then you should accept a man like your daddy then if you want to be like your daddy.
New York City, you own a crib and stuff like that. Like your mortgage is like $3,000 to $4,000 a month, just your mortgage. Mm-hmm. We're not talking about bills. We're not talking about groceries. Like in New York City, if you don't have somehow $6,000, $5,000 to $6,000 a month, you're not making it.
No.
You got roommates.
You really struggling.
Don't get it twisted too. A lot of these, fair-skinned, pink-toes people you see in the city, right, and living in these apartments and stuff, they got roommates. And be a couple of them in there. You know what I'm saying?
They
got roommates. Yeah, they halving it up, right? I mean, they work in decent jobs, but it's ridiculous the prices. You know what I'm saying? To live in these spots.
Let me go to this last topic. Love versus sex, right? Because I feel like in relationships, either sometimes you have love and then you have good sex, but I feel like that dual status doesn't last that long. One of them kind of windows. You stop loving the person, but y'all still at the hell out of each other. Or, y'all at the hell out of each other, the love is gone, but the love's still there, but then the sex kind of dwindles. So like, how do we find that balance?
You got to choose one between love or like.
No, I'm just let's keep it real. You with someone long enough, and one of them kind of start to dwindle. So like, how do we address that? How do we speak about that? First question is, what is more needed in a relationship today? Good sex or love?
Love.
Be honest.
Love, because for me, sex is a mental thing. I gotta like you. I gotta be attracted to you. Things gotta be going well.
Yeah. What do you think, fellas?
I mean, I don't gotta love you to fuck you good. So I'm just keeping it real. I'm gonna keep it 180. I ain't gotta love you to fuck you good.
I'm not doing this for you. This is for me.
Listen.
This is for me. I'm not doing it for
listen,
you.
I don't gotta love you for good. I don't
That's
listen.
what I do.
Because you could have sex. You could have sex with somebody and not like them or enjoy whatever too. But
I don't know about that.
no, you can have sex. You can have sex if the
like
person.
the
Listen,
person
if
I'm
you listen,
sleeping
you
with.
got if the person is good in bed, they good in bed.
Oh no, you can hate fuck people.
Yeah,
But some people
I'm
chemistry
not-
might
I'm
not
not
be
No,
there
no.
if you not like
the younger
A lot of
listen,
people- a lot of people out here
when
hate
you-
fucking
no, I
people.
think when
Hate
when you're younger, you
If
can
you're
have that
not comfortable
mentality.
with the person,
But when you old,
chemistry off.
when you older, you might need love more because you if you trying to build something.
Yeah.
Sex when you young, you're like, man, I don't give a fuck. I'm just trying to fuck.
But
Trying to be
I
fuck
also
buddies.
feel it's important for especially you married for a long time, married people, stuff like that, and people start cheating. People's like, why are they cheating, stuff like that? Because it's just like that sexual contact becomes less prioritized. There's always this like, oh yeah, the kids are not here, we got responsibility, sex and stuff like that. But it's just like, I think, and this is not an attack to women, I just feel like a lot of times women feel like, you know what, this person got to understand that, sex is not that important to me anymore, and he just has to deal with it. And it's just like, men don't lose that desire for sex.
And it's not only that, it's they not keeping it spicy. You got to keep it spicy. If you want to keep your man interested, keep it spicy.
I'm
But
saying
keep yourself
love,
together,
love
though.
lasts longer.
That pursuit of the
Right.
ring, you get young LeBron. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once they get the
For
ring,
the women,
for the
yes.
women, once you get the ring, it becomes this like,
You know
he ain't
what?
going
Once
nowhere
you
kinda
get
thing.
married, you get that moo. You get that moo, and you gotta be like, yo, you ready? Cause listen, the moo. Listen.
No, listen, thing.
Hold on. You get
Let me
the
say something.
moo to the dress. Listen, and you gotta be on site with it, cause it's a small window. But listen, it's a
Another
whole
thing-
different
another
ballgame.
thing
Let me
is-
say.
Go ahead.
You get that
What it is,
moo.
before
It's
you
a
get
whole different
married,
ballgame.
before you get married, that
Before you
coochie
get-
is on air
listen,
fry
before-
mode.
hold on,
It's
hold
on
on.
air fry.
Hold on, no. Before you get married,
air fry.
you get the P Valley girl.
Yo.
And you get the P Valley
Before
girl.
you get
Then
married-
after it, you get that moo. Yo, you
Before
ready?
you get married,
ready?
it's an air
Hold
fry
on,
meal.
mama.
You can make that meal quick. You can make that meal gets hot quick.
I don't
It
agree
cooks
with
quick.
that. My friend is
Hold on.
married and
hold on.
she inspires me for when I get
Oh,
to there
listen.
because she keep it spicy.
Get the
She
fuck
stay with her
outta
hair
here.
done.
You married,
nails
you
done,
get back,
everything.
It
She
don't
you
matter.
married long enough.
Listen, you get
what
that
people
P
said is
Valley.
fact.
Listen, you
Lingerie
get that
becomes
P
a curse
Valley.
word.
Shout out
And
to
then
my
listen,
sis, I love you.
Listen, you get that P Valley girl when she listen. When they chasing you, forget about it. They inspired. They doing it. You get that P Valley. When they marry, you get that moo and the rag on saying, "Listen, you ready?"
Yeah.
Cause
But
listen,
you
hold
don't
up.
care.
No,
You care about take
I
my
didn't-
wig off and you
I
see
didn't-
my
listen,
meat.
No,
Do you
no.
care?
I
And
care.
it's take it or
I
leave it.
care.
Oh, so you want the wig on?
No, listen. Come, listen. When you come with lingerie, that man gonna turn the fuck up. When you come with that moo,
For it to be on 2 seconds to be on the floor?
And listen,
Hold
listen.
on,
I
hold
don't
on.
give a
Let
fuck.
me answer the question.
When you
though.
get that,
Let me answer the question. The answer is it depends on your age. Honestly.
Yeah.
Because I even know for myself, right? I put a lot more emphasis on the amount of sex and the level of sex I
You
was
that
getting
moo-moo.
when I was younger.
Man.
Much more important. And it wasn't about, oh, how much does she love me? Or how much love am I getting? That wasn't as important to me.
Yeah.
But as I get older, that's more important to me now because I don't need the acrobatic P Valley girl.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For me to appreciate it. As long as I'm still getting some.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
it's that
make it work.
connection. People, I think a lot of times this will also like they make it seem like it's just an animalistic act, but there's a connection in lovemaking, especially the person that you like. Yo, I signed a contract. I made an oath like this. You the person I want to make love with to the rest of my life. But then you get the here, take it.
But you don't
Yeah.
feel like you don't gotta be P Valley to sign to step out and look good on his own?
No, I'm saying no. Listen.
Stepping out.
In the house, why can't I be comfortable? When we stepping out, I'm gonna put it on.
No,
I'ma look
because
like
in it-
something.
listen,
You want me to get you hot and bothered. You know what I'm saying? You want me to get that thing nice and juicy, right?
Yeah.
So give me some motivation. The moo
That's
is hard to motivate.
Yeah, like,
That's
like,
how
come on,
He looking crazy.
Come on,
Look.
And
used to look.
You brought up a good part.
That's how grandma
Let
used to
me
look.
say
Y'all be
that.
cheating
You brought
with
up a
Shrek.
good part because it's a double standard, right? Because women feel like, you know, you gotta speak to me. You gotta make me, you know, get.
We gotta
right.
I can't speak to the movement.
We gotta stop that lawnmower.
I can't speak to the movement. I'm
Women
sorry,
expect
mama.
for you to have
You need to go back in there and put some.
That's hard
You
because
better
she
be
said,
ready immediately.
right? Because you'll ask all week, what's good? They're like, no. But when they're in the mood, they expect the dick to be up with no motivation. But let you try to just get it in. No, I'm not in the mood and stuff like that. It gotta work both ways.
If you turn them down, you cheating.
Oh.
If you turn them down, you cheating. Nah,
Yeah,
I'm good for the
you
night.
can't turn it
If you
down.
turn them down, you cheating. Fuck you.
And then sometimes you want to turn it
You
down.
turn them down.
You want to turn it down.
And listen, if we went by all the time that you turn us down, whatever, you've been cheating all year.
Yo, I just had a big
Oh,
parlay
yeah.
that
Hold up.
just missed.
Y'all
I
gotta-
was
hold
about to
up.
make mad
Hold up,
money.
hold up, hold
I'm not in
up,
the
hold
mood.
up. More.
I'm not in
If
the
you
mood.
say, if you tell them that you cheating, and now, oh, this is what you do. That's why you be coming home. That's why you did come home. You came home at 10:32. Whatever. You cheating.
And as men, we can't turn it down as much as y'all
Can't
turn
turn
it
it
down.
down.
We can't
There's
turn
been
it down
times
as
we
much as
like,
we
yo,
turn it
listen,
down.
we don't want to fuck either.
So let me ask
today.
you a question. How do you feel love when sex is no longer spicy?
How do
You just start focusing on other things, because at that point you're gonna start to want attention other places. If he's not giving it to you, it just becomes dry.
I'm sorry. Listen. Let me tell you. People always say, "Oh yeah, it ain't about the sex, whatever." It's about the sex too. And listen, you can love somebody and the sex is good. If that window's gone, whatever, somebody going stray. I don't give a fuck what you're saying, whatever. Somebody going stray. At that point, y'all need to go see therapy. Y'all need to go seek help.
Right.
Because no, I'm trying to tell you. You can say, "Oh, love." That's for old couples. If your shit's still working and you don't have no dysfunction going on, you gonna want to fuck, and vice versa. And listen, when you having good sex, whatever too, it's good chemistry. That's a form of love anyway.
Yeah.
Too.
Intimacy, yeah.
So what happened too?
Intimacy.
So what happens is, so you said, she said, why you can't just take them? The moo don't make me excited.
So when
I come home,
side button stop.
no, that ain't.
Yeah,
that
but
ain't-
y'all don't want that.
That no.
Some side butt where I can still fake
Don't get it
it.
twisted. But don't get it twisted. Like a woman always, women feel like yo, especially you reach a certain age, like yo, dudes, we not out here wanting side bitches. Excuse my language.
No,
side
she
women.
said side butt.
Side butt, you know.
Like,
when
yeah,
I
yeah,
turn
no,
to the
but I
side,
know, yeah.
oh.
Oh, you talking
Turn
about
to the
like,
side.
Let's
Take it to the side.
Oh,
Stop.
I thought you meant actual
No,
side.
no,
But to make that point, like you reach a certain age, like men ain't out here trying to chase side chicks and all that crazy stuff. Like that's a young man's game. We want to be able to contribute and love that one person, but we want to be met halfway as well.
So you gotta understand that things come for it. Is you could be happy for 1 year, down for 6 months. You just gotta go with it.
If you're not
It's
stimulating
not
me
gonna
the
be
same
perfect.
sexually, right? And we sex life kind of fell off a little bit. You just got to be stimulating me in another way, and we still be good. There's other ways to stimulate me. You see what I'm saying? So, say we fell off a little bit sexually, but now we doing some kind of venture together.
Nah,
You know
fuck
what I'm
that.
saying? We no. Now we got something where we getting money together. You see what I'm saying? So we not having as much sex, or we not as
Fuck
intimate as much.
that. If you
But
not
listen,
fucking me
we
good,
building better
I'm
together.
gonna be doing it.
No,
Nah, we
Not
building more together. It's different. I'm getting deeper into who you are, and you getting deeper into who I am.
Y'all just sound like y'all put in work
Because
first.
we
That's
can
what
get
it sound
back
like.
there. We can get back there. If we were there at one point and we had great sex at one point, it's not lost completely.
No,
it's
when,
just,
I think-
you know what I'm
listen, I
saying?
think-
only
We can
listen,
always
only
get
listen,
back there.
listen. Anybody that knows when women have kids involved, whatever, they main focus become on the kids when
Right,
that happens.
yeah,
So that window I happen. I can understand that, but when I gotta like tell you, listen, yo, what's going on?
It's been a minute.
Yo.
Like, yo, what's going
It's
on?
day 5. What's going on? Like,
Yeah.
yo, today Friday, yo. What's
It's been
going
a
on?
week.
Why
It's
don't
been a
y'all
week and a
have
half.
that
I know what I'm
after
saying.
y'all know she got the
What I'm
household,
saying. What
kids,
I'm saying is
everything
when
else.
kids is involved, I get that point, whatever too. But when the sex is out of the relationship, it's gonna get rocky. That's when you need to bring somebody into like I'm saying therapy, because
Okay, yeah.
what I'm saying is you could boss up with
I thought you
listen, y'all could be
saying
great.
bring
Listen,
somebody
I
to
no,
tag
no,
in.
no,
I'm
no,
not
no,
gonna
no,
lie,
no,
so
no,
I was
no,
like,
no,
what
no,
he
you
up
know,
to?
y'all could boss up financially, y'all could buy investments, y'all could do everything I said, whatever, too, boom. but y'all gotta have that level of intimacy there.
Yeah.
Because what happens is always somebody is gonna do something else. You gotta bring somebody. That's the point where you go like, when was the time where you know that y'all loved each other to that point?
And
once the
and you
sex
can
is
read the
done,
book
yeah.
all you want about love languages, but a man's love languages is always going to be playing with my penis. That's a fact. When women forget that, they can tell you it's acts of
What language
service,
is that? What is
gratitude.
It's food.
Playing with my penis is
Food
always
for
going to be
me.
one of the love languages, if not the top one. It's a fact.
I mean,
So
like,
last question. Can you be with a person that you love to have sex with more than you love that person?
Would you mean like love to have sex with them more?
Like, you love the sex more than you love the actual person. Can you still be with that person long term?
You like the sex though, right?
You love the sex.
Oh, all right, then yeah.
You
we
kind of
lit.
like the person.
We lit.
You kind of like the
You kind of
person?
like the person, but you love the sex.
So you said
Because that's
could
a
you-
ticking time bomb.
Could you settle down with them? Is that what you're saying?
Can you be with that person?
Because
Because a lot of people, that's how their relationships start, and then they're like, damn. I
But
don't
that's
even like this
lust,
person.
so you got to keep the lust going.
Let's turn into love over
I don't think
time.
I could, honestly, because sex is moments. Sex is a couple moments here and there.
Yeah.
And if I'm not into you like that, it's not
Yeah,
enough.
I
Unless
think-
you got to be fucking me every day.
You know,
But
you
it's
know-
also
you know what I-
lust.
you know-
It's also
you know what
lust,
I-
and lust
lust.
is intense.
You know why I
I'm
knew
not-
I couldn't do it, right? I was in college. This is also quick. It's gonna be quick. I was in college. I had this Asian chick I was talking to, whatever, too, whatever. We was sex partners, whatever, too.
Oh, me so horny.
No. She was my sociology food class, whatever, too. I used to see her at the bar, whatever, too. She would never say nothing to me, whatever, too. Boom, whatever, too.
Or use this
Hold
BBC
on,
for her. That's it.
hold on. She be like, I be leaving the bar, whatever. So she be like, yeah, I'm coming to Saratoga at 2, whatever. Pull up, whatever. So boom. So at first it was cool, whatever. Too. Then we had class together. One time I tried to say like, yo, what up? Yo, she would not look my way. So
Y'all had already smashed.
No, we was
You was like BBC
She was
for
gonna
her.
get cut off.
Hold on, we was fucking for a minute. So that's what I was like, whatever. So one day I said, yo,
She was
hold on, not even that. She was really using me, whatever. So she got to my apartment one time. I was like, yo, I'm not fucking until I gotta ask her. I'm like, yo, you be seeing me at the bar? Nigga swagged out, nigga got shit. What the fuck you not saying? I'm playing ball at the time. I'm like, yo, why you don't say nothing? She was just like, yo, you don't like our arrangement? That's when I knew I couldn't just be.
Oh, she was
yo,
cold
hold on.
world.
No. But that's when I knew it had.
cold.
No,
That's
no.
Lori Harvey.
Hold on. No,
That's
she's like,
Lori
no, she was like,
Harvey.
yo, you don't like our arrangement?
don't
So
like
this
our
is like,
arrangement.
yo, what's the problem? Like everything's cool, whatever. Too. But that's when I knew I'm like, yo, damn, I do need some kind of like, I do need some kind of connection because I was like, damn. At first I was like, all right, I'm cool with it. You're not having conversations with me at nowhere? Like, come on,
I will
now.
not
I'm
speak
good.
to you in
I need to
public.
be
I'm
acknowledged.
good. Like,
I don't
yeah,
care. I
don't
need
give a
to
fuck
be
about that. I
acknowledged.
cut her off.
I want
But
that
what
nigga
happened
dick,
is-
but I don't
hold
wanna
up.
talk to that nigga.
What happened is my wife started visiting me, whatever, too. I told my wife, I'm like, yo, before she came, I'm like, yo, I made my rounds here and there, whatever. Let's not go to the school party, whatever. I went to the school party. She pressed me.
The same Asian chick?
Oh, that's what we do. I said, this chick doesn't even talk to me, yo. Yo, that's how it worked, though.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
listen,
yeah.
press me. But I'm saying, that's when I knew I needed some kind of intimacy. I couldn't just be like, fuck buddies like that.
Oh, that's wild.
Okay, so we're at time, so we gotta wrap up the show. But really good conversation. I think we need more of these conversations. So I appreciate, especially our tall glass of
We
champagne.
need more champagne.
Is that your IG handle?
Yeah, that is.
Tall glass of champagne.
More
Okay, so
champagne.
we'll post that up so you guys can hit her up and
We
stuff.
gotta
like
come
that.
early. Make sure we
Yeah.
Come correct.
Yeah. So is there anything
Get
you
it
want to
together
promote?
or forget it forever.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to promote? You got anything going on? Anything like that?
Not at the moment.
Okay. But we'll definitely have you back because I appreciated your energy and we need to have more
I had fun.
more honest
And I'm gonna
dialogue
bring
and stuff
some
like
girls
that.
with
me.
Yes, bring
Yeah.
some girls so
Bring
you
some girls.
you don't feel like
Okay.
you're isolated and tag team on your own. So, Cliff,
You held it down.
Give your wrap ups.
Shout out to everybody watching the show. It was a good show, first show coming back, and I'm just thankful. That's it.
Yeah. I'm glad that we were able to come back and get it going. We're not going to go on the hiatus like we did before. We're going to keep bringing our content. So to all our fans that love us, check back in with us, tap in, and we appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
Definitely.
And end by saying the same thing. I echo everybody's sentiments. It's like people would hit me up like, yo, yeah, I don't do the podcast no more. I've had guests was just like, yo, I don't see no additional content and stuff like that. So it's very impressive for us because, you know, we're just regular people. We're not celebrities. There's all these celebrity podcasts. But people love our conversation enough to still, with all that they're offered out there, still wanting to hear the conversation. So we truly appreciate that. Views from the Friend Zone. We out.